ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Ask the
Culpeppers.
Culpeppers.
And we are the Culpeppers. Just as a quick reminder, we are not licensed attorneys or therapists or any of those things which we honor and appreciate that other people do so well. We're just a regular everyday couple that loves hanging out with our friends and family and of course each other, and want to be able to share and answer some questions from viewers just like you.
We licensed in Hard Knocks. Just live.
It's not a
that wasn't funny,
actual
was it?
certification.
Oh, just Hard Knocks live.
Yes.
Oh.
Like Nanny. All right, so here we are. We've got another question, so we're going to dive in. Are you ready?
All
ready
ready.
to dive in?
Before we get ready, be sure to follow us on Instagram,
Oh,
Twitter,
yes.
YouTube, Facebook on Ask the Culpeppers. And also, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Baby Spot CA Magazine, Digital Global Country Magazine.
Yes.
Give a shout out. And Miss Culpepper. You want to tell us about these cups?
And we're going to give a shout out to none other than the Carrington Small.
Carrington.
Went on a trip to New York City recently and brought us back these lovely mugs. And so we wanted to incorporate them in an episode. So thank you, Carrington. We love our mugs. I'm going to tell a secret. I'm drinking coffee in my mug because it's about... Oh, it's pretty early as we're recording this morning. I won't tell you how early. Mr. Culpepper's drinking orange juice because I cannot bring him over to the coffee side, but it's okay. Maybe that'll be a question one day.
A man gotta have some
or
OJ.
juice.
Gotta have some OJ. I mean, it's just no substitute.
And diabetes.
All right.
All right, so we're going to dive right in. So here's
All right,
our
Ms.
question.
Culpepper,
Our
what we
question
got?
for today comes from Natasha. Natasha asks, I've been watching you all for a while now, and I'm just wondering, do you ever disagree or argue? It seems like the Culpeppers have it all figured out. Tell us more. How do you work to keep your relationship harmonious, and do you ever fight or disagree?
Okay.
We're calling this Culpeppers Real Talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
So do we disagree and argue? Absolutely.
Of course.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Because when you anybody in a relationship, you think about it, you argue with yourself sometimes. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I do? So you can just imagine when another person or your mate is involved in an equation, because we don't agree on everything. You know, we do, I can tell you, some people believe we got it all together, but we are striving and working together to dwell together according to knowledge. So therefore, that is not an easy process of growing and mending and cleaving together. Even though we've been married going on 18 years,
Yes.
we don't have it all figured out because of the changes of lives, the children, you got bills, you got all kinds of situations that come up. And I have to give my wife the autonomy to disagree. We don't agree on everything. You know, that's that old saying we got. If we agreed on everything and if we thought alike, one of us ain't necessary.
That's right. And he
One
says
of
that
us.
sometimes.
We're not necessary. But the good part about it is, though, when we disagree on things, we have strategies in which we use to talk about it and to
work through it. Yeah. to
work through it and to fight the temptation to blow up and blow things out of proportion by just stepping back. Let me think. Oh, okay, you know, I didn't think about it like that, or I missed a part of that and wasn't thinking about this. And so it can actually bring something great out when you disagree,
Sure.
as long as it's controlled and you
Yeah.
strive to just kind of take a deep breath
Yeah.
when we disagree on
And
something.
what I think is so interesting is I've heard people use the term, hey, when you fight, you have to fight fair. My husband, my wife doesn't fight fair. Here's the reality. I think there have been some times in our relationship, because I've known Derek since I was 19. And we started as friends, very good friends first, truly and honestly, even though some people don't believe that. We were really just friends. And what I can say is there were many times when we did not fight fair. There were many times in which fair fighting was not something that we did. So what's more important than fighting fair is forgiving quickly and forgetting often. Because it's easy to remember and be in one argument about the remote control and bring up a disagreement from 18 years ago about a cat, right? So if we choose to hold on to those things, then they just make a simple thing big, and it's really not that big a deal. One of the things Derek talked about is those strategies and those tools. One of those for us really is having one or two, and I'm going to use some numbers, one or two trustworthy couples that we can work through some things with. Because all of the working through and problem solving that we have to do, even now, almost 20 years later, cannot only be done between he and I. There are often times when we have to go to a trusted marriage counselor that we love, and who loves both of us equally, our friends that we deeply love, other married friends, who will see it from both sides as well. And so I would say that's very important, but it's not everybody. It's not Derek's family, side of the family. It's not my side of the family. It is couples outside of those deep connections that can really look objectively and love us equally, that really sometimes help us navigate when waters get to be a bit choppy.
Yeah, and these couples have the right to tell us, you wrong.
Yeah, and that's
Right,
and that's tricky.
Right, that's tricky because no one wants to be told, well, you wrong, or you need to apologize. Kind of like that post we made on the marriage page, saying I'm sorry, or forgive me, or
What
I
things are
need
hard to
help,
say.
or what things are hard to say. But we have to give those couples permission to say, look, that wasn't it. You went about that the wrong way. Because you need that accountability in your relationship. And that's something.
And one of the other parts in the questions that I will talk about is just staying in harmony. One of the tricky parts for Derek and I is we've been together forever. We've been around each other, in each other's space now for like I said, nearly 20 years. What's interesting for our relationship is we do a lot of things simultaneously. We go a lot of the same places, we're involved in the same projects, but we have to be deliberate about taking intentional time where we can connect to each other. So that our life isn't just us running around with the kids together, doing Ask the Culpeppers together, and all of these things, but never one-on-one time with each other, just reconnecting.
Right.
And that's, I think, the thing you have to do to stay in harmony is it can't just be about being around each other and being next to each other. It's really got to be about doing things with that other person that do keep you connected.
Intentional things.
And you have to be intentional. Yeah,
that's
you do.
Right. Yeah,
Well, all right. Well, I feel like that was a great question. I thought that was a great question. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to submit those to Ask the Culpeppers. The information will be on the screen for you to check out to submit any questions that you might have. We look forward to hearing from you. Happy summer.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna tell you, so we have our Instagram.
Oh, that's true.
And we have our Twitter platforms, and so we are available to for quick advice. Because the platforms are limited to the amount of video that you can upload. But if y'all send us a question on Instagram at Ask the Culpeppers, you can message us a question, and then we can do a quick video, just a quick one to answer your question. Upload it.
How fast?
How fast? Under 1 minute. And on Twitter, 2 minutes and 20 seconds is your video link. But if y'all send them to us through Facebook or whatnot for the quick advice, tips or whatnot, or what we think about it, just send it to us as a message, and I get with the wife and say, hey, let's do this right here, and we can put the camera out there. We can answer. We can answer that to my sweetheart. So, but otherwise, most of your questions that are of a little more length, such as Facebook or YouTube, submit those to our editing team at the information below, and we'll do our best to, and tell you what we think. Right, Mom?
Absolutely. And as always, we thank you for listening today. We don't take for granted the blessing of having you with us on our show. And so thank you for watching, and please share with a friend.
All right. Toasted.
We're toasted.
All right.
With orange juice.
See you folks. Take care.
Bye.